Welcome to the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel. I'm Brandon Perna, and this is the AFC edition, meaning, yes, we have to talk about Mike Tomlin for 20 minutes today. Now, a lot of controversy has surrounded the Steelers and Ravens game as Mike Tomlin almost tripped Jacoby Jones and was fined $100,000 for the incident. It's been the biggest story of the week, and everyone's made a big deal about the Tomlin misstep. Did Tomlin intentionally try to trip Dancing with the Stars? Why was he looking at the Jumbotron? And oh my god, there's another camera angle! There's another camera angle of Tomlin! It's like listening to conspiracy theorists talk about the JFK shooting. I sat through 4 hours of NFL talking heads analyze this thing. Nobody cares! Maybe everyone has spent so much time talking about this because the Steelers and the Ravens are two of the most average football teams in the league. Nobody cares about average. Just ask every woman I have ever been with. Now, the Steelers didn't play the Eagles, but the Eagles plane made a pit stop in Pittsburgh to have some work done on the plane. One of the workers put the Steelers logo in the eye of the eagle on the tail of the plane. Chip Kelly was asked about the incident, and he said, the Eagles offense can still play faster. The Dallas Cowboys kept the #1 spot in the NFC East at 7-5 with a win over the Oakland Raiders. After the game, Tony Romo was asked what the Cowboys needed to do to win the division. Romo responded, well, if we could play the Raiders every week until the season is over, that would help. That would help a bunch. The Raiders went home shamed, knowing that they're the only team in the AFC West that did not beat the Cowboys this year. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Cleveland Browns 32-28 despite Josh Gordon's 261 receiving yards, 10 receptions, and 2 touchdowns, which, by the way, was more than Alshon Jeffrey's 249 receiving yards for the Bears. Yet, both the Bears and the Browns managed to lose with these terrific wide receiver performances. Jacksonville, so tired of hearing they should bring in Tim Tebow to play quarterback, have done the impossible and won 3 of the last 4 games. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the San Diego Chargers 17-10 in a game nobody in San Diego saw because it was blacked out. In all fairness, San Diego is a magnificent city, and there's just a lot of better to do down there than sit around and watch the Chargers lose on Sundays. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 35-28 in Kansas City, proving once and for all that when you allow Eric Decker to score 4 touchdowns, you will never, ever win a game. The curse that is Alex Smith's life continued in Kansas City as the Chiefs quarterback played one of his best games of the season, only to be victimized by multiple drops and a defense that decided covering Eric Decker, or as he's known in Denver, Big Dick Decker, is just too much work. Noshawn Moreno, a devoted Alex Smith fan, was devastated at Alex Smith's latest setback. If you remember, Moreno reacted similarly when Smith was benched in San Francisco last season. He's just a guy who cares too much. Moreno and I have a lot in common. The New England Patriots continue to be the most dickish team in the league, allowing teams to build strong first-half leads only to destroy them and break their spirit in the fourth quarter. If that wasn't enough, Tom Brady got 2 Reliant Stadium security guards fired when he demanded they take pictures with him because he was having a good hair day. Maybe Tom Brady should reach out and pay those security guards salary for a year. That would be fair. The Colts beat the Titans 22-14. Of course, the refs didn't help. The NFL told final year coach Mike Munchak that the officials erred on 3 plays in the Titans' 22-14 loss to the Indianapolis Colts, including 1 flag that should not have been thrown at all, totaling 50 yards, 3 points, and 1 timeout. Mike Munchak was quoted saying, "People say they want to see excitement in the game. You have a little excitement, you get flagged for it." He was referring to running back Sean Green getting flagged for clapping his hands after a run. Apparently this is too violent for the NFL. I'm just glad I get to watch the thing I love most. No, not my family, the NFL self-destruct by making the game so friendly that it will eventually be called soccer. Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Matt Sims. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback for the Jets because they're going to suck. It's like being the head coach in Oakland. Matt Sims is the son of Phil Sims. He has a brother, Chris Sims, who played for the Broncos for a little while. You know, when you think about it, the Sims family is just like the Manning family, minus the great DNA. And in some weird news, Ravens wide receiver Torrey Smith, Titans returner Leon Washington, and Patriots defensive end Andre Carter will appear on the Discovery show Naked and Afraid sometime in December. Big surprise, giant men with giant genitals aren't scared to show the world their crotch penises. At first, I thought this show was a documentary about Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin. Thanks for watching the 12th man on the Pro Football Spot channel. Make sure you subscribe while we're still small and genuinely care about you, because one day we're going to be big, just like the NFL Network, and we're not going to give a shit about you anymore. As soon as we get to the top, we're forgetting about all of the small people who helped us get there. That's just what successful people do.